Wait, don't click off. The title is real. It's not clickbait. I am in the video game. There, look. That's me. That's my face. A couple of days ago, Rivals of Aether 2 launched their creator program. Basically a way to incentivize content creators to make videos about the game. So now, if you use a creator's code while buying something from the in-game shop, like, I don't know, code wisely, you get 5% extra Aether bucks, the creator is paid 5% of whatever you spent, and Rivals gets a bunch of advertising on Twitch and YouTube in return for directly supporting their community. It's a win-win-win. To celebrate the creator program launch, they also dropped a special bundle with featured creators at the same time, with a few skins and in-game icons for a select handful of content creators. One of those icons is just my face. For that bundle, if you buy it using a creator code, the streamer or creator gets 25% of the money instead of just 5%, the ordinary one. There's over 50 different amazing streamers and YouTubers that all have codes. And I'll link the whole list in the description so you can support your favorite. But only 8 creators have items in the game. It's a big deal. There's the Kid, the Goat, 500,000 followers on Twitch, Mango's Raster. A Zetterburn from massive 3.6 million subscribed YouTuber AlphaRad. That's Ludwig's Cat, another 6.5 million follower creator. Spargo is the #1 Ultimate player in the world right now. And wait, other than me, is Amsa the smallest name on this list? Top 10 in the world since 2018, the only Yoshi who could do it, Red Bull sponsored athlete Amsa? Why am I on here? And that is a great question, but first, play the movie.
Stand out.
Be different. Choose wisely. Express yourself to the world.
And wisely.
Not trends. Authenticity. A really cool shot while I vaguely ramble about individuality. Wisely. Use code WISELY in the Rivals 2 in-game store. Wisely. Satisfaction and a good deed are their own rewards.
Also, the bonus Aether bucks.
Use wisely.
All right, fair enough. In this bundle full of huge content creators and platform fighter superstars, why is this YouTuber with less than 10,000 subscribers on the list? Who's this bearded fellow? What am I doing here? Honestly, all very valid questions. I think there's a few answers. First, but probably the least important thing, my content is totally different from everyone else's on the list. There's some big name variety creators on here that love Rivals, and there's some top level competitive players on it too, but I'm a commentator. Ludwig and AlphaRad are amazing at getting totally new people to check out a game that they've never heard of before. Mango and Spargo are huge names at the top level of play. Hungrybox is like the Smash content guy. Whereas my channel is just me telling people why I think fighting games are really cool, especially platform fighters. I try to tell stories about the competitive scenes, break down game design, try to make it easier for other people to jump in themselves. That sort of vibe. This whole thing, my whole channel, is a psyop to trick other people into loving these games as much as I do. I'm not interested in doing full-on variety content. I'm more than happy to stick with my plat fighter and fighting game niche. So you've got the big variety creators bringing in potential new fans, and the top players for the people looking for peak competition. In a way, my whole goal is to bridge that gap. Here's why this character is amazing, or here's why this game mechanic is super sick type beat. You're never gonna see me playing in top 8 at a major, although there's a good chance you'll hear my voice on the mic. I just did a different style than everyone else on the list. It's also why I think my channel is growing so quickly lately. Here's what I think the bigger reason is though, the main way I snuck into this group. I've been part of the Rivals scene for nearly a decade now. It's not a knock to anyone else in this bundle. Hell, I watch their stuff myself, but most of them got into Rivals with Rivals 2. which is sick. I'm so glad that so many new people are loving the game. But man, the first Rivals tournament I entered was in 2016, and I've been playing casually since Steam Early Access. If you broaden it to any competitive game, my first Melee and PM tournament was 11 years ago. I'm old now, so I know the community. And since I've been doing Melee and PM for a decade too, I know all of the different gaming scenes that have come together in Rivals 2. It's like my favorite thing about the game right now. On the commentary side, I've casted a bunch of Melee Nationals at this point. And for PM, God, I can only think of a handful of national top 8s I haven't commentated over the years. Let me hit you with my history for Rivals though. I've casted Grants at our national championship, and I've done the finals for literally the largest Rivals tournament ever. I've done commentary at Genesis alone for over half a decade now. I've talked about Rivals on the mic more than most people have ever even played the game. I literally wrote the viewer guide for Genesis one year. Without exaggeration, I have had hundreds of people tell me they got into the original Rivals and now the new game because of me. And I'm not saying any of this to brag. Commentary for a niche esport doesn't exactly pay the bills. Actually, I probably lost money doing this for most of my career. It's only in the last few years where I've even started to consistently break even doing commentary gigs. And only the last year where I've actually started making money doing them. I just love this game and I love the scene around it. I was very content doing my thing in a small niche community inside a slightly larger but still small niche community. And then Rivals 2 was announced. A little over a year ago, I decided I wanted to really focus on doing YouTube. I've done some streaming and videos before then, but that was when I started to teach myself more about editing or began to fully script some of my projects, did my first full-on video essays, the works. And even though I make videos for a lot of games, a big reason I wanted to improve as a creator was because I knew Rivals 2 was coming out. And I knew a lot of people would be checking it out. And I wanted to help people fall in love with a game and community I'd already fallen in love with. At that point, my channel was still really small. Honestly, it's still very, very small. This is all very new to me. That was in December of 2023. I had about 2,000 subs then. Right now, I'm just under 10,000 subs. I've 5 times my audience in a year. That is crazy. I've been blown away by the support I've gotten, and it's led for me to have so many wild opportunities already. I was flown out to LACS. I got to commentate Champ of the Beta and host the stream on my channel. I've been brought out to do commentary at more events this year than in any other year before. And for a lot of games, not just Rivals. Literally, the head of Evo reached out to tell me he's been watching my channel and my growth, and to give me some advice on navigating industry stuff, which isn't as crazy as it sounds. He also lives near me, we've been friends for a few years, we were messaging about tacos the other day, but still, that's wildly validating. I've rewritten the end of this video a bunch of times now, and it turns out it's really hard to talk about something that's still very actively happening with any amount of finality, so I'm just gonna rip it. So yeah, take all of that, the style of my content, me being super involved for the years before this, the way my channel is growing, and honestly, I feel like I earned this. I'm super proud of the work I've put in to be on the same level as way more established creators. I mean, if you told me 3 years ago that 1, Rivals would be getting a sequel, 2, that it would be successful enough to be at EVO, and 3, that I myself would be in the game, I'd have laughed at you. This year has been nuts. At the same time, lately I've had a lot of people assume that I am a big creator, a large YouTuber. So let's pull that graph back out again. Things are growing fast, and I'm very aware that I'm the largest channel that focuses on Rivals as much as I do. Rest in peace, Adam Kara. Gone, but not forgotten. He's still alive, to be clear. He just isn't focusing on YouTube. But there's levels to this. everyone else that got a skin or icon in the game is a full-time content creator. This stuff is literally their job. I've made a few $1,000s from content over the last year, which is amazing, and I treat it as a job, but I also have an actual 40-hour-a-week job still. For the past few months, I've been basically doing 60 to 70-hour work weeks trying to grow this thing. But that growth is happening. Stuff is starting to move really fast right now. And to peel the curtain back a little bit, the money I've made from just the first week of creator codes is more than I made in the last 3 months of Twitch and YouTube combined. So yeah, thank you for making something wild happen for me this year. I don't know where this train is heading or where the roller coaster goes, but I'm gonna find out. I'm still doing my normal job. This wasn't a lead-in to a surprise, I'm a full-time creator now video, but I mean, we'll see where it's all at in a few months. And even if it doesn't pan out, thanks for making this a year I will absolutely never forget.